Leo, welcome to your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I've got some magic for you. Yeah, I just noticed something. Like I was looking at the charts and I'm like, Michelle, you're missing something. You're missing something. You're missing something. I didn't miss it with you guys. It's right there. I can't wait to share it with you. This is your weekly tarot card reading and astrology summary, Leo, for Leo's sun, moon, and rising sign. Yeah, this is an energy reading. So the energies that I describe to you, please take them and apply them where they resonate in your life. And if they don't resonate, then maybe try your moon sign or try your rising sign. Got a lot to do with the moon this week, Leo, so let's get into it. There's always an extended reading. Please join me for that. It is such an amazing and integral part of this reading. The link is down below in the description box. I'll also attach it above somewhere at the end of the video, around 18 minutes. I attach it so you can just click right on it and get right to it. I'll also pin it to the top of the comment section. I have a special reminder for you at the very end of the video, so stick around to hear that. And if you really love my content, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, where I go live Monday through Friday and we live chat. I do a general tarot card reading and an astrology summary there for the day, and we just have a live chit chat. So I hope to see you there. So Leo, I think something's really clear to you, that it's done and it's over, and it was good that way. That something that didn't work out in the past was probably the best thing that ever happened to you. You ever hear that expression, the song? I think it's a Garth Brooks song. I don't know if it's where the expression originated. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. We're going to get into that. And there's some just amazingly magical stuff happening in the sky. Why do I say that? Well, Leo, the sun is about to conjunct the moon in a new moon. In Pisces, the sun will move into Pisces basically on Saturday, so tomorrow on the 18th. And then on the 20th, the moon is going to conjunct the sun. The moon moves in, that's a new moon. Why is that so special? Because a new moon happens every month. Well, number one, a new moon in Pisces is exceptional because it is an absolute fresh start. Like it's absolute, it's sort of the womb and the birth canal into a whole brand new life, since Aries, the next zodiac sign, represents the beginning again. So you have really completed a cycle, and it may just not be your cycle, it may be family. Why do I say that? Because what I noticed was when the moon is conjunct the sun is still conjunct Saturn. So there is a sense of melding with your maternal and paternal energy. There is a generational bridge. There is the 4th house and the 10th house meets the 5th house. There is this energy of us all coming together and being on the same page and working for the same thing. Generational curses ended. There's also something else I noticed, that the sun, while these things are happening, is going to be trine the south node and sextile the north node. Now, if you remember, about a month ago, I was talking about how the sun was square to the nodes. It's a challenge of how are you going to make your life different? How are you going to do something different? How are you going to be different? You've answered that question, because the trine with the south node represents harmony with the past. Harmony and finally completion and peace with the dharma that you entered this life with. So now you can actually get to work and really be fully and completely the original self, moving toward a brand new complete. It's like your mission has been completed. Your dharmic mission is completed. You have made peace with that. And now sextile the north node, you are ready for the challenge of what comes forward and of making something completely unique and original. So this is okay. Toward the end of the week, the sun is also going to be sextile Uranus, which means change, being innovative, being creative, being innovative, seeing something, realizing something out of the box, realizing something unexpected, an unexpected encounter, unexpected assistance or help or aid, maybe from a grandfather figure, maybe from a paternal figure of some sort. There is just recognizing and seeing how what has ended has really paved the way for you to be something completely yourself. Like your obligations are done, but also, and you also will never repeat the past. There is a harmony with it. There's a completion. And I've heard this before. It's like, you know, when you're over something, when you can love it again, you know, like when you don't hate it or when you don't hurt anymore, there's just a sense of sort of objectivity and clarity, and then there's just all the emotions have been wrung out and it's done, it's over. You don't need them anymore. You've worked through them and you become they've served their purpose for you to bring you to a point where you're just better than that now. And that is exactly where spiritually you are at right now. See, Capricorn would be paternal energy and moon would be maternal energy. The moon is going to conjunct Saturn right before it moves into to Pisces to conjunct the sun. It's conjunct both of you really, because during this new moon, the sun is absolutely still conjunct Saturn. It's still within, I think, 3 degrees of it. So there is a sense of somehow you've matured. You've matured. And the new life that you've created is you. You're born. Let's get into the cards. It's just, to me, it was magic that I saw this happening. I thought it was really interesting. What I have on the table is, in the past, something failed. I mean, completely didn't work out. I don't know if it's your failure or a failure of your parents or your family. Like, no matter how hard they worked, no matter how hard they tried, it was a complete and total failure. And in some ways, they didn't understand why. This could also be your past. Why didn't it work out? Why did it fail? Never being really certain or on how to answer that question, because you couldn't answer that question. Right? So it only comes out in the past if it has direct impact on the future, on what's going on now. Knight of Swords. It's like you've realized it. And you're able to somehow make peace with, or not reconcile. You're able to take action on something from the past that didn't work out, and now this time it's going to. Because this, even though it may have been a failure, was an exceptional teacher. You either learned by your own failure or you learned from somebody else's failure. And now you're like, I'm not doing it the same way. I'm going to go and defeat that past defeat. If it's hung on karmically or especially dharmically, you now have had the breakthrough and you have passed this test that you didn't even know you were taking, because it had something to do with the past. You're finally able to make up for a wrong or a failure that had stuck with you. Now you're cut free of it. Okay, let's keep moving because there's a lot more to go. And that's where we begin, Leo. That's where we begin. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, really quickly, the announcement that I want to make, of course, is I'm going to get to meet you guys live in Austin, Texas on May 13th. That's a Saturday, and I can't wait for it to happen. It's my first live meet and greet, and it's to celebrate my 100K celebration. Come join me. Guys, it is in Austin, Texas. There is a limited amount of space for people who want to join me live. The tickets are up now. I have just posted the link so you can get them, grab them quick, because honestly, there's not much room and it's going to fill up quickly, and I don't want you to not get a ticket. You can also join me virtually. You have a little bit more time with that one. But for all of you, since I want to keep you posted and updated on everything that's going on and as the event comes along, and tips and tricks if you're coming into Austin. Guys, get on the mailing list, sign up, get that ticket, so that I can start communicating with you, and we could start this get together 2.5 months in advance. This is going to be incredible, and the tickets are on sale now. So go grab them ASAP. I love you guys. Let's get back to the reading. So a lot has come out as I was discussing with you. I'm also going to attach those links above, so you'll see. You can just tap right on it and go buy the ticket and come back to watch the rest of this reading. Hold on. Okay. We had this come out. I think it reiterates what I just said. So this was a failure or a defeat, but now you're able to spring back from it. What is that? I'm not even sure it's second chances. I think it's something that stuck in your gut and you never got over it, but you didn't know what to do about it. And now there's a sense of, I know exactly what to do about this defeat. It's not revenge. It's not that. It's this wasn't supposed to defeat me. And maybe you weren't completely defeated. You just were still in battle. Somebody else thought they'd won. They have not won. Because there's a new shot or a new chance that comes from this defeat. And sometimes realizing that the defeat was the best thing that could have ever happened to you, because look what it made room for. Something brand new and a brand new you. You may have been defeated on something that was never supposed to be with you, never supposed to be for you. And even though you perceived it as a defeat, there's a sudden recognition of it left room for something brand new. What is this brand new? That's what I want to know. I feel like it's a brand new version of you. A new interest, a new start. Or you didn't want the same thing to happen to you. So no matter what you had to do, you decided to keep pushing forward and not give up. And you blazed a new trail and a new path. Something your parents and your grandparents could not do. It's like you're the fulfiller of a lifelong prophecy or a lifelong set of goals. The Hermit is here. It's got something to do with work, but it also says healing. You've traveled this path by yourself, and you've faced many perils. You've faced much fear. You've traveled this path by yourself, and your hard work has paid off. It has healed a great loss or failure from the past. It's almost like winning a win that kind of, what's the word? Oh my God. It revives your whole family. It's not revive though. It's not the right word. If you know the right word, put it down below. If you know the word that I'm thinking of, put it down below. It's like it it's like it not revives. Oh my God, I hate when that happens. Don't you hate when that happens? When you can't think of a word? It's not replenish, it's not revive, it's, oh God, help me out down below. Tell me. It's when it kind of not reconciles. It's like it liberates something that it liberates your whole family, right? It's like nothing can be held over their head anymore. The debt is paid. That's what I'm saying. We have even farther in the past. Your commitment is being tested. So there was opportunity for you to be given up, and I think this was about halfway last year. Or just a sense of, in the past, there's a sense of maybe somebody gave up, or your commitment, somebody was tested and failed. Right? Or usually they were tested and failed. And this is you finally passing the test. I still can't think of that word. The energy is gaining momentum. So something is building. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. Something has just started to build in the opposite direction. The energy is gaining momentum forward. Let's go into details because I really need to understand this a little bit better. Leo. It's not exonerate, but it's like that. It's like you've exonerated your whole family. You have, oh, what is that word? Why is that word gone? It's like it. The temperance is here, so you have an angel on your shoulders and the Knight of Cups. Somebody showing their love for you or being able to finally let people see that you love them. More specific, please. It also could be a love offer from a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius coming in and saying, listen, I love you. Or thank you. Or this has really worked out. Seven of Cups is here. I don't know. There's a lot of delusion, a lot of distrust, a lot of confusion. Why? I need something clear because I'm too confused right now. Please articulate, God. Please articulate for Leo what this is. Four of Wands. I think maybe you had a lot of choices. Maybe you felt like you loved a lot of things. It was hard for you to choose specifically what exactly was your passion. But you know that now. You know your way forward. You've seen your passion. You've figured out a way to make it work. Four of Wands could be wedding, marriage, or just completion, like celebration. Finding your people and finally being on solid ground with your passion. You know, so it's like ever see that movie Night at the Museum where he keeps trying and he keeps trying and he keeps trying because it's just him. Like he doesn't want to work a normal job because he's a creator, he's an inventor, but it always fails. And maybe it's because he gives up too easy and he starts to disappoint his family and make a joke out of his whole family because he keeps failing. But then something magical happens. This is the week that something magical happens and everybody realizes that there was a purpose in your purpose. And it kind of exonerates the whole family. What is that word? But now you know you were right. Or now you know how to make things right. Oh boy. Why is the Seven of Cups here? What is it for? Maybe you just have too many choices. Two choices, yeah. Eight of Wands. You have too many options, and they all came at you at the same time, and that's actually a good thing. You're gonna have a lot of choices and a lot to select from, and it's all gonna come in one huge like dump load. It's all gonna come in, bum rush you to the point where you're not even gonna know what to do with it. So it's probably gonna be the success is probably gonna be bigger than you thought. But it's not even about that for you, but like that's the benefit that comes from fulfilling a life purpose or from healing, like taking the high road and doing the hard thing and healing some karma or closing up a debt or whatever this is. Queen of Swords and Ten of Swords comes out, which means now you've figured out what to do with an ending. Maybe something that really hurt you. Something that's been hurting you for a long time. A lot of little backstabs, a lot of little pain. Like it just is something that has killed you slowly for a while. Now there's a purpose. Now you know how to get away from it, but you only know how to get away from it because you know what to do with it. So this is definitely earned wisdom as well. This could also be a counseling or a decision of some sort, moving in a direction based on how many times you've suffered. Now you know the right way to go. Or based on watching somebody else fail over and over again, now you know which way to go. Or you're lending your advice to somebody so that they absolutely succeed, because you don't want that same loop to keep happening. Because Leo, it is not about you this week. It's not just about you, and you know that. You see so clearly that you are a part of this link, of this chain, that you are a link in, and your only purpose is to make sure that it gets to success and fulfillment, whatever you gotta do. And that's advising somebody about what the pain taught you. Interesting. Let's go to the extended, because I can't wait to go deeper. Link is below. I'll see you guys there.